Now we'll get our ground floor slab in now at this point here before we do these walls, and go back into my section here. Okay, so I want to put in my foundations there as well, so it's into structure. Wall. Make sure my foundation 2 we're using. That under there. And put that under there, and then we'll join. Now that's that completed. Okay, so we're into our ground floor plan. We're going to put a slab in on top here, and I'm going to make that slab 300 as well. And again, you'll have this worked out. It might be less, might be more. All depends. You might have a screed on it, you might not. And we have to be conscious of the clear story height that we need here as well. That's important, because when I put the slab in, it's going to go from the ground, this 0.00 down. So if I'm starting off with 3.6 and I put in a slab at 300, I'm down to 3.3. And that means that this foundation might have to drop down a little bit lower, so you need to be conscious of that. So into the ground floor plan. Now what I might do here is come over to my properties, and I'm going to put in an underlay here, it's called, right? And I'll put in the foundation underlay and apply. Now that means I can see the walls there. For the moment I might just hide my PDF here as well. Okay, now so we're into architecture and we're into floor. And again, if the floor is going to be in situ cast, then what they will do is they'll build up a whole forest of acros from the basement up, and then they will put plywood sheeting on top there, put the reinforcement in, and then pour the concrete in on top of that. That's normally the process for something like that. So let's see what kind of floors we've got here. So I might just take one of these, and I'll just take that one, okay, and I'm going to edit type. I'm going to duplicate, and this will be project underscore, and rather than call it that, I'm going to call it RC ground. RC ground floor, and then underscore, and this will be an FT hyphen GF hyphen 01. Alright, ground floor 01. Let's get in and see what we've got here. So not a lot, says you. Right. We will delete that. We will turn that into our structural layer. Okay. We'll do that, and we'll come back up to our concrete here. And again, we'll put a screed on this, since we put a screed in other places as well. Gives us the option of underfloor heating and various things like that too. So we'll put a screed in there. Now, whether you want to insulate this underneath, probably no harm to be able to do that. Do we need a damp-proof layer? We don't really. The only reason you put a damp-proof layer in there would be, again, if you imagine this deck that's going out, we've got the chairs and the reinforcement. You could consider putting a damp-proof layer on top of the deck, and it just helps keep the water in, so that the chemical reaction will take place. I don't think they normally do it because there's too much possibility of the damp-proof tearing. So it's not really worth it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to delete that, but I am going to insert one more, and we'll just make this a terminal, not a terminal there. We'll put a finish in here, and I'm going to put an insulation in here. So it'll be a rigid insulation, like a PIR or something like that. Let's go down and get my insulations here. So we'll put a PIR insulation in there. Go OK, and I'll make that 100, I think. Now that's interesting. It's not letting me put a thickness in for a structural deck here. So I probably chose the wrong basic one to start with here. So I'll put in a substrat there, and we'll do 300 and see if I can get away with that. And 75. Now something like that. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm going to go OK. Now I'll just use my rectangle tool here, and can I join those two together? I possibly can. So I'll just go from the inside face there for the moment. Okay, do the inside face here, and now I know I've got a stairs in there as well, which I would need to take care of. Don't attach. Okay, just I generally answer don't attach when that question comes up. Now, so there's my slab there, all right, and the starter bars will come in and around the corner there, and whatever strategy you have in terms of providing support for this, and I know you discussed that with Connor during the week, that will come into play at this point here. We will be putting columns in here as well, so that'll be part of that. Now let's just see what kind of distance we've got here. So we've got 3120. Now you've got to find out whether that's acceptable or not, and if not, I would suggest that you drop this one down. And will the whole thing drop down if I put that down to say 3.8? Okay, has it brought everything down as well? It has. So there you go. It's easy enough to do once you've got everything attached to it. Right, so that's that. Back to the ground floor, and back to the basement. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put in some block walls here, and I think I've got those there. So wall, and I think I've got a project solid rising 215. Again, so I'm going to go from the top of the foundation. Careful with this here, that'll be 0 up to the ground floor level with an offset of, what was it, minus 300, 375. I had 300 at 75 and at 100, so 475 I think it was, something like that. Okay, I wanted to come into the underneath of the slab there. And, okay, it's at this again, which is really annoying. So we'll go from ground floor level to ground floor level, and we put in, what was that figure? 3.8. Just get into the section here. What's that here? 3.325. Okay. So wall. Solid rising. Top of the found, top of the found. That's wrong. Ground floor level. Ground floor level. Minus 3.325. Plus, I think the thickness, so it's 3.7. Something like that there. That's a minus figure. Now, and I'll do center lines here. Now we can, once we've got these in place, I can use my align tool to get them spot on. Something like that. Let's just flip my section around here. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad, is it? Yeah, I can drag that down to there. Okay. And they need to be dragged onto that as well. So if you spend a bit of time and work that out, you'll save yourself a little bit of time of what I'm doing here in terms of having to drag and drop and things like that. Oh, we'll go into the structure of the wall, wouldn't come in underneath because we will use it as a little bit of support as well. So you got the idea. That's basically it there. Doesn't need to be plastered. No, not really, I would think, Now, so I'd fix up those walls as well and make sure we've done that. Now, that's I need to go in and edit the ground floor. Let's just change that to wireframe. And so my stairs are somewhere in here, isn't that it? Let's hit escape. Let's go down and see if we've got yeah, stop fan down there. Oh, do you know what? I've hidden the that's what I wanted here. Okay, so that'll roughly be where my stairs are going to come out. So if I take the slab, edit the boundary, what I can do here now is just we'll just put this in rough for the moment, and when we come to do the stairs we'll fix it up. Let's just fillet these two, see if we get a hole. Don't attach. Okay, let's go to a 3D there now. Now you can see that's what we got there, and I'll just fix up these walls. I'll edit those walls there. There are probably some service zones as well there that need to come out of the slab too, something like that there. But that's basically how we put in the slab. So we've got now come out of the ground basically, and when I tidy all of these up, the next video we'll take a look at the actual starting the apartments themselves and see what we need to do with that.